He's almost a quarter of the way there.
Ah, jeez. I don't know what to think about Rainbow Road in this game. I feel like I could rank it really, really high or really, really low, depending on my mood each day. It's the one course that, perhaps more than any other in the series, I just can't pin down a concrete opinion on. And I feel like that's the case for the general Mario Kart community as a whole. Much like Baby Park, this is a really contentious one where you either love it or you hate it. So I'm just gonna take the coward's way out and rank it right around the middle. I think everyone can agree that aesthetically, this course is phenomenal. The Rainbow Road itself, the character fireworks in the background, the music, ooh baby, the music! It's some good stuff. It's one of the most magical feeling courses in the whole series for sure. But yeah, it's 6 straight minutes of driving a pretty uneventful road with very few obstacles and absolutely no opportunities to fall off. On the one hand, I admire it as an endurance test. It's driven me and my friends insane trying to catch up with each other and to get to the end and put a stop to the whole race. But is wanting the race to be over halfway through really a sign of a good Mario Kart track? This course is certainly brutal, like a Rainbow Road should be. But for once, that comes not from its difficulty, and instead from how it feels like it takes 10 hours to complete. I don't know, I admire the audacity, and I have had plenty of fun times on this course, which is more than I can say about most of the ones I ranked at the bottom. But yeah, I think this is about as high as it can go. Also, I've never pulled off the ultra shortcut at the beginning before. Am I just bad at video games? Chocolate! You know, if we're ranking the courses in this game by the ones that give me the most visceral, positive reaction when I think of them, the top 2 would end up being the course that I actually ranked at number 1, and the one that's all the way down at this slot. That being Choco Mountain. I swear to God, this course is the physical manifestation of that meme with the guys on the bus. Thinking about playing Choco Mountain gives me such immense pleasure and joy. Then I actually play it, and oh, I touched one of the walls at the wrong angle. Oh, yep, guess I'm spinning. Now I fell off this part. I'm going backwards on the track now. Okay, that's fine. That's great. This is so fun. This is the best course ever. I love it so much. It's more than a little frustrating to play on, especially when you combine its janky elements with the already janky controls of 64. And it doesn't feel nearly as dynamic as many of the courses I ranked above it. I don't really have as much fun playing on this course as I do just looking at it and listening to it. Because oh my god, I want to eat this course. They nailed the chocolatey look, and the fog is a really cool touch also. And the music? Honestly up there with Rainbow Road as my 2 favorite songs in the entire game. This is a course that just excites me anytime I see it, because how do you not get excited about a mountain made entirely of chocolate? I really wanted to rank it higher, but since gameplay reigns supreme, I ultimately just couldn't. Fortunately, I'll have plenty of chances to gush about it later when it gets brought back by Mario Kart games that are actually playable. So ultimately, despite being the weakest version of this course, I still think it belongs in the top half because of the theming, music, and some fun parts of the layout like the ramps, tunnel, and boulders. A good course, except when it's not, I guess.
Hey man, what's going on? I'm on the highway right now.
Okay, revisiting 64 for this video, the biggest shock of the entire ranking for me was just how good the original version of Toad's Turnpike is. Spoilers for my future ranking, I guess, but I hate this course in 8 Deluxe. It is genuinely so boring to me, and the more traffic courses get added to the booster course pass, the more irrelevant it becomes. But like, on the other hand, every time I play this original version, I always have a good time. What sorcery is this? Well, I think the aesthetic plays a big part here, first of all. That skybox, that one right there, best skybox in the game, hands down. I don't even necessarily know what time of evening they're capturing here, but whatever it is, it's the best of times. You'd think it's also the worst of times because of how large and in charge the cars and trucks are on this road. But that makes weaving in between them all the more satisfying and fun. Pulling over to the side of the road to get items is a really cute touch. And overall, I just can't help but be incredibly charmed by this course in every aspect, from gameplay to aesthetic to music. And that's not even getting into mirror mode, where they actually flip the direction that the cars are racing so that you're driving against traffic. That's an insanely cool detail. Overall, some really great stuff that I have very little to complain about. You fell off, Mario Kart 8 Toad's Turnpike. You fell off. Unlike these top 5 courses, which are A tier. So let's talk about them now.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle.
Alright, let's get this out of the way right off the bat. Yes, you can drive around Peach's castle on this course, and it's the most amazing thing ever. I'm so glad they did this. It's up there as one of the coolest Easter eggs in any Mario Kart course. It doesn't even matter to the race. You're not supposed to go here, but you just can. And it's incredible, and I love it. And I will never forgive 8 Deluxe for removing it. Now get the fuck out of my house, you stupid game that's superior to this one in every way, except for this one small Easter egg. And the entirety of Toad's Turnpike, I guess. And I kinda like battle mode in this one better. Anyway, what else does Royal Raceway do right? Well, it's got a big ass jump, which at this point in the series is a big ass deal. Even though you wouldn't bat an eye at a jump like this in any future Mario Kart games, it's a pretty exhilarating and memorable portion of this course based on the standard of this game's tracks. Aside from these cool as shit elements, what you're left with is just a really solid and memorable track. There's a lot of good turns, it's sufficiently lengthy without being overly long, and the color palette is really nice with the pink sky and green hills. For being a raceway course, i.e. a circuit, which is usually a dreaded, boring moniker for a course to have, I think this one definitely sticks out as one of the best in the series. It feels like Luigi Raceway was the beginner circuit, Mario Raceway was intermediate, and this one's advanced, giving you a fun and satisfying track with a lot to love about it. Let's be honest though, it would probably drop down 2 or 3 slots if it didn't have the Peach's Castle Easter egg.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle.
DK's Jungle Parkway is another course that I feel no one really talks about, which is a travesty, I say, because wow is this course fun. It honestly feels a lot more elaborate than most of the courses in 64, almost like it would have fit in with the Nitro courses in Double Dash or DS. The jungle theme is on point with a lot of great background details, the bridge is really satisfying to leave items on, being able to control where you go on that huge jump gives me life, and nothing compares to that last turn where if you're going fast enough, you can just circumvent the road entirely and propel yourself up the hill in incredibly stylish fashion. The only slight complaint I have with this course is how annoying it is when rocks get thrown at you whenever you veer on the grass. Like, I get it guys, I can tell I shouldn't be here because I'm going a lot slower. You don't have to pelt me with rocks. No, wait, is that shit? It's not a huge deal, but all I'm saying is, I think there's a reason nobody complained when they took that feature out of the Wii version of this course. But yeah, all things considered, this is a definite standout and one of my favorites in the game.
Looks like this beach was a little too much beach for you, Ken. If I wasn't severely injured, I would beat you off right now, Ken.
Is there really anything to complain about with Koopa Troopa Beach? It's just nice. A perfect 3D evolution of the Koopa Beach levels from Super Mario Kart. Apparently, putting Troopa in the name meant all the difference, because this one is an easy standout. The abundance of ramps are more than welcome. They can be tricky to fully stay on, but they're also completely optional and can be easily ignored in favor of cutting corners underwater. Yeah, take that, 7. This game has underwater driving too, kinda. Just don't go too far into the ocean and you'll be fine. This course also has one of the coolest shortcuts in the whole game, with a ramp leading to a cave that'll take you through a waterfall and all the way ahead of the pack. I also love how charming this rock that's supposed to look like Koopa Troopa is. It really doesn't, but like, seeing the designers do their best with what the N64 could accomplish will never cease to delight me. Plus, maybe in universe this wasn't designed as a carving of Koopa Troopa. Maybe they just discovered this island and found this rock that coincidentally vaguely resembled a Koopa, so they named it Koopa Troopa Beach. What is the crucial lore of Mario Kart? I need to know. Anyway, an undeniably fun time every time I play it.
It's from Bowser.
Is it just me, or is the N64 Bowser's Castle low-key one of the best ones in the whole series? It has a lot of the oppressive and ominous atmosphere that something like Banshee Boardwalk was missing, complete with haunting music, crispy-looking lava, creepy as shit, ominous laughing thwomps, and huge portraits of Bowser everywhere. Actually, those look kind of silly, never mind. The small garden area is also an interesting juxtaposition to the rest of this formidable fortress, and its confusing nature can be a bit unsettling in its own right. I think aesthetically, this is the most unique Bowser's Castle in the whole series, and it captures a sense of creepiness that no other one does. But on top of that, it's just amazing to drive on too, making all these turns as you dodge the thwomps that move in unique patterns compared to any other course, avoiding the numerous opportunities to fall into the lava and perish, and in general dealing with a course that's tricky but not frustrating or jank. It's the perfect level of difficulty for this game, and it suits the theme beautifully. And of course, the jailed Thwomp, who I now know is named Marty. May he one day be free. We're all rooting for you, buddy. Overall, yeah, I gotta give this course some credit. There's no other track in the game, nor any other Bowser's Castle in the series quite like it. It's fun, it's spooky, it's a really great time. Outdone only by one other. I'm sorry guys, but the number one pick was obvious for me. 15 of the 16 courses in this game do not have a train. Calamari Desert, train ahoy! This is my favorite course because train, and I refuse to explain myself any further. Okay, fine, I guess I will. This, to me, is the quintessential desert course. One that doesn't rely on the fact that it's a desert as the main selling point. Because how exactly is that a selling point? These biomes are usually so boring and forgettable. But Calamari Desert subverts the typical mediocrity you'd come to expect from this type of course. Which is crazy considering how it was the first desert track ever put in a Mario Kart game. They really just peaked at the beginning, huh? And let's go over its other positive attributes real quick, so you don't think I'm biased because train, even though I totally am. The music, for starters, is impeccably iconic. Lighthearted and adventurous at the same time, it's something I could listen to for ages without getting tired of it. The curved trail allows you to use mushrooms and stars to cut corners to your heart's content, which is a boon for any course. Basically, every part of this track has a shortcut if you've got the right item for it. The aesthetic is shockingly gorgeous. Like with most deserts, you'd expect the sands to be tan and bland, really matching that typical New Super Mario Bros. Desert color scheme. But here, look at this, man. Look at the beautiful orange ground textures and equally beautiful skybox. It's so pleasing on the eyes, and it just makes you feel like you're on an adventure through this magical land. If this was all the track was, it would still be in the top half, but maybe not number one. But that's where train comes in. Oh, baby. Oh my god, I love train so much. Do you risk going for it if the train is about to cross your path? Or do you stop and wait for it to pass? It's a classic conundrum in movies and TV shows that's been brought to life in exquisite fashion here in Mario Kart. The amount of fun unpredictability this locomotive provides makes this easily one of the most memorable and special courses in the whole game. Not bad for a Mushroom Cup course. That's pretty wild. And yeah, going off the beaten path and following the train into the tunnel in order to satiate your curiosity is extremely fun as well. It all adds up to a track that's iconic for all the right reasons. Easily my favorite Mario Kart 64 course, and one that I hope comes back in every game of the series from here on out. So yeah, that's 64. It's okay, you know, it's got a lot of great stuff, but not all of it aged the best. And between this and Super Circuit, I think I'm done torturing myself. So I'm gonna play DS next and have some actual fun with this series again. Good night, Tri-State area.